friends. Well, I am coming back. I said I was taking a break over the holiday just because, just time out. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing some probably rebranding and such. One thing I'd like to do with this channel is have a little bit more of a sophisticated tone and try to moderate. Because I think one of the biggest problems we have in the ways of politics and religion is the fact that the different sides, they will not speak to each other because they don't like each other. And they're like, you're a heretic, you're an infidel, I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Or you believe in evolution, you believe in creation, you're stupid, you're dumb, we don't want to listen to you. So the point is, or you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're an idiot, so we won't talk. That kind of thing. So I think rather than me just banging on about, the left is bad, that's not really solving any problems. There are plenty of higher profile shows that do that. So to find a sort of unique focus for this channel is going to be, and for the political half of my business, is going to be just to try to moderate, try to appeal to common sense, and to make the two sides look at each other. So rather than just being a plain activism, and any activism I would do is going to be sophisticated and not scrappy, where I think before I was more scrappy type instead of sophisticated. So therefore I'm planning to do a little bit more rebranding and get some blogs started on Substack. I have my artistic blog and have a political one. And so I believe we can start those on Substack for free and then add a custom domain later. So I'm going to jump into that here in the next month and really work hard in trying to run my business. And also in the way of politics, it will be good to tackle some big issues. One I've been seeing persistently in the news is the problem with lack of health care. It seems like it's pretty much ubiquitous in US, UK, Canada. It seems that there's shortages of doctors, nurses, hospitals overwhelmed. I think even despite the online telemedicine, telehealth, I think there needs to be some more solutions sought, and that's a problem. And we're going to have to continually work on it. Of course, the rising costs of the medical field, and I think it's going to have to pivot to more things being in control of the individual. The individual families are going to have a little healthcare units in their home and be able to handle different things. Handle emergencies, handle this and this. Because in lots of these cases, like I said, patients are not getting timely care. They are not, getting what they need. And this is a problem if we're to keep up the health standards, because basically how can we, the West, America, Canada, UK, how can we help other countries who are war-torn, struggling, poverty, famines, droughts, if we are not able to take care of our own citizens? How can we spare doctors to help them? And then, of course, there's the controversies with the left and their gender politics and, of course, their vaccine politics, trying to eliminate more of the staff, the doctors and nurses. So I think, like I said, we need to apply our think tank energies to solving this problem, because this is, medical problems are the kind that come fast and they don't go away easily. So we need to have more plans. And now, on the bright side, that, hundreds, even thousands of years before this, there have been people in every generation who have lived to be 70, 80, 90, and 100. But of course they were the exceptions rather than the rules. So, it could be done. And it's not just that no one ever lived to be old, but it's just that not too many did. So, and these days we have almost around 80, I think, the average lifespan. So we need to try to keep our lifespan up And we're going to know that, there wasn't a whole lot of medicines available, prior to the last couple of centuries. So we've come a long way, and it feels like we're slipping back medically. And in this age of innovation and technology, there's no reason to slip back medically. We just need to pivot. We're going to have to change how things are done, put some healthcare issues more in the citizens' hands, because it's better to do something like that than to continue face shortages and lack of care. So, as with changing times, anything requires, adaptation and the willingness to change. And right now we see the problem, and it's time to start working on solutions. So see, we want to tackle things, practical issues. Even though this is not a big channel, we've got to start someplace and just inject our ideas into the world, and eventually maybe they'll catch on downstream. So that's like an example of an issue to tackle. So I'm going to try to be a little bit broader and not just a negative Nancy in my brand here. So, and we'll see if the political name blog is different than what it is now, and we'll go from there. So, and I think it would be also a fun thing to do is to explore, other countries because most of us, what do we know about other countries? Very, very little. And explore their news, because obviously they're online too, and they're going to have news stories also. So I think it would be kind of fascinating to do some curated news that would include some of the other countries. Obviously there's almost 200 countries, so it wouldn't be possible to do it all the time, but we'd try to do that now and then, and try to bring especially smaller countries into the conversation. And so I think that would be a nice project, because after all, with so much knowledge and technology at our fingertips, why don't we take advantage of it and learn more about the world around us instead of just staying in our own backyards? So I think that would be beneficial, and in those of us here in the West, why don't we want to know what's going on in a little country someplace? That would be cool. So I think, we want to try to bring some unity. We're going to focus on more unity rather than fights, but we're going to approach things in a sophisticated and moderate way, and do our best to make changes in the world for good. Okay, so that's my hello for 2023, and update and sort of where I am, where I'm thinking, and what's coming up next. So here we go. Thank you for watching, and you take care. Let freedom ring.